Butter, stop. You can't have my coffee. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm giddy because I got a lot going on. First, we're gonna start with one thing. I drink a lot of caffeine. Now, the last time I drank a lot of caffeine, I ended up crying at work because, like, I get overwhelmed really easily, and I did not learn my lesson at all. So I said, screw it. I'm at home. I can spazz out any way I want to, and I'm gonna do that. I did my makeup today. I mean, she's a woman, you know? Anyways, did my makeup because I just felt like taking really cute selfies. My self-care day is like taking cute selfies of myself because I know I'm pretty. And then if you see me reaching, my cat is in the video. Also, Jesus, Ariel, why do you look like that? What's up with you, bubbies? You my scary girl today? Yeah. I love you. Yes, I kissed my dog on the nose. Fucking kill me, okay? It's the half-white in me. I can't help it. She's beautiful. Anyways, I should have put an intro to this, but I didn't. I'm just gonna do me. I don't believe in editing videos. Okay, so like, I was supposed to make a video last week and I didn't get a chance to. Here's the updates. I am gonna still have Duchess G-Buns here and there, like if you play video games with me and stuff, but I'm mainly, here, make sure my dog's in the video because I know you guys like animals. Mainly, I have changed my branding and I've changed my business name to Yeehaw Bruja. Now, the point of it is to sound like Yeehaw Bruja, and that's because I'm half white, half Mexican, and I've always grown up with a little twang in my voice because of my mama. And if you're watching this, Mom, I love you. Mom, Dad, I love you. I just wanted to put that in there. Anyways, I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of the people I came from. And granted, we're not all on the same page when it comes to our views, but I'm just proud of my culture, my heritage, being Mexican. I love everything about it. And it's been a really huge part of my life. Like, my grandma made it she made it a point to make sure I knew things. And I love that woman. A part of the reason why I started Yeehaw Bruja is because of her. She didn't do anything like that. She was a Christian woman, by the way. Let's keep that separate. I don't know if she'd even agree with it, but she knows that I do spiritual work for positive purposes and protection purposes. So I'm not doing it out of like trying to hex people. Like, okay, one thing I'm not going to be doing is we're not doing hexes and we don't do love spells for other people. Isn't that right? Because I believe those are no-goes. Like, if I want someone to love me, love me. Anyways, I want to establish I don't do candles for those things, and there's plenty of other small businesses who do, and I would encourage to seek them out if that's the case. Mine tends to be towards the healing stuff. I feel like if you radiate at a different frequency, it attracts certain things, and that's just how that is. So anyways, I started Yeehaw Bruja, and I've always been doing tarot readings, but I'm going to be doing tea leaf readings soon, and I'm going to do a pick a tea video, so that's going to be really freaking cool. And then I just started doing candles. So the 2 candles I did are, the 2 candles I did for the 20th time, the 2 candles I did, the first one is that I made and inspired the whole thing, is I call it Growing in Love, and I made it to be a green manifestation candle. It has green aventurine. I can't say it. I want to say aventurine, but I know that's not how you say it. Anyways, you can Google it. I'll make sure the description's down below. But that crystal in particular, it's good for money. It's good for healing your heart chakra. It has multiple uses. I think we don't give enough credit where it's due to that stone, you know? And I wanted to point that out because there's so many crystals. Like, we always go to amethyst and everything else. I'm like, that's great. But like, there's all these other ones that I don't think get enough credit. And that's one of my favorite stones when it comes to manifesting money. And if you hear my cat meowing, that's just who he is. That's one of my ultimate things for manifesting money or self-love, like really healing that heart chakra. You know, like that's a stone I use it for. And so that was what inspired Growing in Love, because I wanted this candle to be a manifesting and growing candle for if you want to grow in your relationship, grow your love for yourself, grow your money, grow your business, whatever. So like if you light it or like my friend Shelly, she does a lot of art, makes beautiful jewelry. She's just a very creative woman and I love her so much. She's pretty much one of my biggest inspirations. With her, like how I imagine the product being used is like if she were to light the candle, I would expect that the intention of that candle would help her be more creative and dedicated to her craft and what she does. And that's like a perfect example. Another example for spiritual detox. So the spiritual detox is the white candle that has candelia leaves or petals. I think I said it wrong. I'm country, ignore me. And it's got some lavender in it. And it's got quite a few scents in it. A lot of people that have smelled it have thought vanilla is in it, but it's actually not. So I used sage, lily, honeysuckle, and that's probably where the sweet smell comes from, and lavender. And I think that's all I used, and all of it concoction together made the spiritual detox candle. And so the spiritual detox candle comes with blessed black obsidian. All the crystals were blessed, charged under the full moon. So this is a perfect way to launch my candles. It's like right after full moon in April. Beautiful energy. I would recommend it. But spiritual detox candle, that's going to be for, let's just say you went through a breakup. This is a good time to write down the things you want to let go of from that experience, burn it, and go about your day, you know? Another thing, you're very smiley, Mama. Well, you were just outside for a little bit. Another purpose of it would be like, hey, and it's kind of like I wouldn't say they're cure-alls for your spiritual journey. I would say that they're beginners, like candles, so that's not going to have as super powerful of an effect. I'm hoping the more candles I make, the more effect that does. But a lot of people tend to think that witchcraft and brujeria stuff, it's all supposed to be like right away. And it can be, and I do believe in that, but I believe in like keep working on yourself, and that's what these candles are like starters for. So you want to start letting go of those things you've been holding yourself back on. So like thinking negatively and stuff like that, that would be perfect for the spiritual detox, to let go of those issues that you're having with yourself, or a breakup, or starting anew, or just resetting your spirit a little bit, you know, that way whenever you're going into the rest of these next few months, you have a little spiritual reset, if you will. With that all being said, I am so sorry that took so long, but I don't edit my videos because a lot of people that I know watch these love how freaking random I am, and so I just let my ADD or whatever I'm diagnosed with take over. I just know I'm diagnosed with, two things. We can talk about that later. All right, so this video is supposed to be about like spiritual instruction and advice, and so I'm going to bring up some things that I've been catching on to lately, and and these are what things that I do in situations whenever they're going on. And if you see that mess, I love my babe, but that's my roommate's stuff. I was just doing my makeup, excuse that. Anyways. Okay, so now getting to where I'm wanting to talk. So spiritually, there's been a lot of things going on. I wanted to kind of make a spiritual instruction / rant. And so we're probably going to start with the rant part before I get to the instruction part. Now, the reason why I'm throwing the rant in here is because you all could be going through these similar things and they're just coming through as a message. So let me know how it spills and, goes about your life. I had to smile for, I was thinking of a photo for the video. Anyways, so one of my biggest concerns that have popped in my head spiritually, and I'm sure it's popped up with you guys. So I have a lot of artist friends. A lot of my close friends are very artistic. They're beautiful. Even my youngest sister and my brother were very creative. We're very, very gifted in being creative. And a lot of you guys are that watch my channel and that I'm friends with. It's almost like all of our vibes collide and it becomes this beautiful thing. And I really enjoy that. I have noticed though, that because your vibe attracts your tribe. I hate that. Hate that statement, but it's fucking true. I hate it because I think of fucking Sandra D. I don't know, the most cookie cutter woman being like, your vibe attracts your tribe. I hate that statement, but it's freaking true. Anyways, I bet you my neighbor, he's smoking a cigarette outside and he's looking at me like I'm a freaking psychotic. Anyways, like I'm talking, they're literally smoking a cigarette. Like the window's facing here and they're just looking at me like, oh my gosh, this chick is psychotic. I am. Anyways, what's been concerning me though spiritually lately is that I hate saying it, but I'm just going to say it the way I want to. A lot of us are in a very vulnerable place. And it happens a lot where, and it happens once in a blue moon, even to myself. We start comparing ourselves to others and all this other stuff. But I'm talking like, there's a lot of people that I'm sensing that are just like, really just there's a lot of hateration and holleration in that dancery. Like, I don't know how else to say it. And it's kind of annoying because instead of like looking at other people, and well, it's not annoying actually. Let's be realistic. When you're in a negative headspace and you start comparing yourself to others, it's not out of hate. We're ordainedly selfish. We're the narrators of our own story. We're the narrators and thoughts of our own consciousness. And so I can see where it's a bit frustrating to like, you good? Come here. Dude, do you think he's okay? Do you think he's okay? Can you go check on him, please? Go check on Bubba. Can you go see? Go see. Go see if Bubba's okay. Go see. No, I want you to go see. You've done it before for me. Go check on the baby. She wants to be in the camera. She's a star. Anyways, I totally get, and I've been in the headspace where you're like, why them? Why this? Why that? And then you kind of have to sit there for a second and suck in that moment and just be like, you know what? They got there because they fucking worked for it. And we all have privileges and they're all different in shapes and forms. And either we've tapped into it and we're using them or we're not. And I really do feel that's the case. Because before I tapped into my gifts and energy and what I brought to the table with people, I was always like, wow, I'm not the girl with the pretty long hair. I'm not skinny. I'm not hot. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm not, I'm not this popular tarot reader like so-and-so. And girl, yes, I used to really think that about myself. Mama's crazy. Anywho. And so I was just like, wow, I'm really sitting here and I'm thinking really negative about myself. Like, what do I bring to the table? And here's what I bring to the table. This is before even doing tarot readings. I'm a funny girl. And not even like, hey, Bubba. And I have the attention span of fucking Dory from freaking Finding Nemo. Anyways, and I'm proud of it. And I'm sorry. I'm proud of the fact that I'm a little goof. And not like in the way of like, I'm a comedian and I'm on stage. You know, like my brother, sister, and I, we've been so awkward our whole lives. Like, imagine the show The Office where they have the camera hitting Jim and he's just like, no, that's literally been my life, except like I think a camera's there. I don't know. I'm not schizophrenic. I'm just saying the aesthetic is there. So we've just been goofs our whole lives, and we get it from our mom and dad, because my dad's really funny and he's sassy, and my mom, she's just really silly. Like me and her and my sister, we think of really goofy shit all the time when we're with each other and just say really silly, goofy things. And then my brother, he won't open up immediately, but when he's comfortable with you, jokes are flying. Like, we're just a really funny, goofy family. So I'm funny. I bring a lot to the table emotionally. Like, there's a lot of emotional maturity that I've gotten really fast because I went through a lot of things at a very young age, and I was able to catch on. Like I was like 14 when I was probably even 13 maybe, when I was unintentionally like cheating on people and I didn't even know it at the time. And I get it, I was only like a kid, but like my brain learned. Anyways, essentially I've lived lifetimes in this one life. And so there's a maturity that I bring to the table. So I tend to attract all ages. And so I'll have younger men and younger men and younger women hit on me. I'll have older men and older women hit on me. I attract like the whole dating pool of like 20 years old to 40s. And I'm like, what the fuck do y'all want? And that's why I'm staying single, because the right person's going to come along and I'm on my business. But I bring a lot to the table. And then when I finally got in tune with my spirit, I found my confidence. And tarot reading, for some people it's overnight, it's passed down in families. It wasn't like that for me, actually. 2017, I was like that whole year to 2018. You can ask my friends David, Caleb, Rachel, Lorianne, and other people that I work currently with at my job. I was just experimenting, like learning how to read cards. I didn't even know tarot cards by heart yet. I was just doing the thing. And it took time to really be confident in my craft. Even now, there's times where I'm still like, oh, I'm not so sure. And then my guidance is like, girl, just say it. Just say it how you need to. And I'm a very straight to the point reader. I'm not really going to be someone that's like, oh, well, maybe if you, no, I'll tell you like, oh, no, that's not good for you. Unless he goes to therapy, or unless they do this is the task they would need to do for y'all to be together. If they don't do it, don't be with them. Like, I'm a very, like, straight to the point kind of reader. I do not have time for all that. I do blabber, but, like, I will get to the point, whether you like it or not. And so with that being said, once you know what you bring to the table, you take that and you just rock with it, baby. And it's not overnight. That's what I'm saying. I've been doing tarot readings since 2017. And it wasn't really until 2020 when I got really confident in it. And now we're in 2023. I don't mind doing tarot readings on random people. It doesn't bother me. And I don't mind posting videos anymore, but it wasn't, it took a long time for that growth. And even when I look back, I thought, oh, I wasn't doing anything. And when I look back, I was. Because like those were passions in my life. And me, and I feel like our generation and younger, we're all starting to understand that our income's not going to be this one job that we get. It's going to be many things. And I had to learn that tarot reading and practicing and worship, and giving thanks to Santa Muerte was just something that just meant a lot to me. And now I get to do it and spread it to the world. And if y'all want to buy from me, you can. If not, you always get free messages on YouTube, at least, But my spiritual message mainly with all that is that I need you to know that it's okay to have moments where you're, I don't want to say weak. I want to say there's moments that it's okay to be human and be jealous. And I'm not talking about because and before you think like, oh my God, Alex, you're being weird. No. I'm like take a deep breath in. And let it out. Know that you are human. Don't forget what spiritual people say, forget what the Bible says, forget what society says. You are human and it is an emotion. Feel it. Where do you feel it in your body? Is it in your chest when you're jealous? Is it giving you a headache? Is it reaching to your shoulders? Is it like, where is it at? You know? And be logical with it afterwards. Feel the emotion, because sometimes your emotions are illogical, but then be logical afterwards and be like, hey, am I feeling this because I've had a bad week and my brain is looking for something to critique? It rhymed. I wasn't trying to. Am I going through a really tough time where I'm depressed? Am I thinking too hard about the task at hand and I'm looking for a quick way out? Think it through, and whenever you figure it out, be like, okay, I had a moment where I thought negatively, but that doesn't mean the person I thought negative about is a bad person. It just means I'm having a moment where I'm needing to reflect, take a deep breath, stay out of the limelight for a few days, come back refreshed and new. Self-care day after that, you know? And I swear people never want to address it. It's always like, oh, I don't hate people. I don't know. I just mind my business. Maybe you do, but guess what? People like me who are on meds and we come from psych wards and stuff, girl, we're thinking about everything under the sun. You're human. Get used to it. You're gonna, and instead of it being a good and a bad day, it's a waves that day. Like right now, I'm in an excitement, you know. It could go downhill later on today. It happened yesterday. I was talking to a really good friend of mine. He was opening up to me. I started crying because like I just relate to him so much and I can feel his emotions. He lives like states away, but I'll like feel his emotions sometimes. And we both have gone through very similar things. And so sometimes my heart goes out to him and like I'll be just having the most honky-dory day, and then when he's going through it, I'm feeling it too and I'm crying too, you know? And I guess I need to do a video on what tarot readers really go through, because like even with protection that I put on myself and everything, I still feel things, you know? But after you get through all that, and for some reason jealousy specifically, and if not jealousy, just resentment, having resentment towards something, like it's the same rules that follow. Like, where is it in your body? What's making you resent this very thing at this time? You know? Because, you know, my therapist said it best, my psychologist. I really like her. I need to make another appointment with her. I'll do it. But she said something that really struck me to my core and meant a lot to me. And she's like, we're all doing this for the first time. You know, I get it. Spirituality, we believe in past lives, whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't care what belief you have in your background or what you think. Right now, in this existence that we're in right now, this is our first time doing it. You think we know everything? We don't. I'm about to be 29. I'm still figuring it out. I was 29 and I just apologized to a guy that I hurt when I was like 13, 14. I don't care how crazy I look. It's time. I took accountability, you know? Like, we're all going through weird things right now. But whatever helps you heal and grow, that's really all that matters. So whenever you're going through that resentment moment, think back and be like, okay, I'm probably resenting this. And you can put some logic into it, and then with the emotions, because I like to keep them separate. I'm a Gemini. Um, and then with the emotions, write it down, do something with it. I always figured out journaling, or if not journaling, just having your notes app, because my notes app on my phone's like my diary, and I'm just like, beep, blah, 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 and just boom, it's in there. And once the thought is out there, it's in there. You can leave it in that notes app or your diary and just go about your day, you know? And whenever you're done with it, you can do an egg cleanse. What I like to do is it's a lot because I'm like OCD, genuinely, like for real. I like to, whenever I clean the house, I'll do an egg cleanse and then I sage the house, and like that spiritually resets me after like a bad time or having like a bad week or a bad month, bad few months, bad few weeks, you know, that kind of stuff. So right now, focus on what centers you again. So for me, it's cleaning. For another person, it's starting a book. My friend, she posted it on Facebook. It could be doing Legos. It could be my dog just staring into the void. Is that my cat? Butters, get away from there. No. I love him. He's just a very dangerous boy. It's not even that, like, I mind that he goes through, like, my game PC. It's just, like, I'm scared he's gonna bite something and get electrocuted. Because I can replace cords. I can't replace him. That's my son. That's my boy. And you're my girl. You're beautiful. I love you. Okay. That's my baby girl. You're so cute. You're so cute. Anyways, you can tell she's used to me being crazy. Watch. See, she's like totally fine with it because she's been around me for years. Anyways, but yeah, I want you to remember that you're human and I'm human. We're human, and that I love you. And it's okay to be going through a shit time, okay? Like, I love you. And you shouldn't feel bad for having negative emotions. I think in the new age of spirituality, they're like, when you manifest, you have to be positive. Shut up. I'm literally a victim of trauma and abuse. And you want me to think positive every freaking day? Screw you. I'm gonna think like an evil punk today, okay? If I feel like being a jerk, I'm gonna be it. Just kidding, not literally. Like, do it in the safety of your home and not towards others or animals. But yeah, I know I sounded crazy for a second. But but like, we're human. I'm not gonna sit here and think positive every freaking time. So if you ever watch these new age videos that are like, oh, you just have to think positive and just really manifest. Or like if you're watching religion, they're like, just pray about it and God will give you a son. Shut up. God didn't give me a sign that I was going to get my heart broken. Where was he then? Just kidding. That was messed up. I'm sorry. There's probably signs. I just gaslighted them. Anywho, I'm just saying, like, we're human, okay? So if you send somebody hating, don't take it to heart. And I will say this. You will know when somebody's going through some shit, or you know they're a freaking hater. Like, for instance, I'm planning my birthday right now. And I could just tell who's a hater and who isn't. And there's nothing I can do about it, you know? Just go about your day. I've been going about mine. It's whatever. You know what I mean? The people that want to go are going to go. The people that don't. And it's not like an end-all, be-all thing. Like, I'm going to stop being your friend. No, we're adults that have lives. If you can't go, it's fine. But there's been people who have, like, made comments about it that I'm like, ew, like, we're not even on that frequency, baby. Like, you may want to sit this one out. So it's one of those things where I'm just like, oof. Like, I don't know what you got going on, but I'm gonna enjoy my 29th birthday in June. So, and that's the thing. What's cool about being self-aware, the cool parts, there's crappy parts, there's probably more crappy parts than good, but the cool parts is like, okay, I know so-and-so's having a bad day. It's gonna be better tomorrow. And what it is, you're like, oh my God, thank God they don't hate me. It was just a bad day. Especially when they apologize and they're like, oh my gosh, I was just being really negative. I didn't mean to be. You're like, oh, thank God, like, I didn't lose you, you know? So just remember that people are human. But even those that love you tend to have those moments where they have an issue with you. Please protect yourself. And so that's what I want to teach you. So now that it's been a whole 30-minute rant, that's what I want to teach you. So you need to make up a sigil with you, between you and God, you angels, whoever you worship, whatever you want. If you're an atheist, I don't know what to tell you, baby, because I'm gonna do me. But for me, when I need a protective sigil, I do a cross. And so I go like that, and I draw a circle, which is like protecting that energy inside of it. And I put it on my animals, I put it on my home, I put it on everything. And I'll do it with my perfume, I'll spray it, do a sigil. Like, I don't care what perfume it is, you just start teaching yourself to do it. I will take blessed Florida water, and I buy like packs of it, and I'll bless it and make it like protection and stuff, and or attraction, depending on whatever you want to do with it. But I'll get some Florida water, and I'll pour a little bit. I'll pour a little bit with my fabric softener. That way, when I wash my clothes, it cleanses my clothes and everything, and it's refreshed, new, protected energy. Or whenever I got it from Caleb, actually, Caleb Benoit. If you go follow their channel, it's Chef's Kiss. They're the most beautiful being I've ever encountered in my life, and I'm very thankful for them. I'm very thankful for them, and David, I love them too. David's a really creative artist. They have artwork that's definitely LGBTQ friendly and just realistic, and I really have always admired that about them. And they're both great people to be around. Anyways, had to rant about them. I love them. They're my family. Caleb, they do they'll do like a spell with their coffee or their tea that they drink, and I started doing that as well, and I just would do my version of it, and I'll make my cross in it and everything. That way, whatever I'm drinking, it protects me, whatever the case may be. So after you've cleansed your house and done all that stuff, right? Cleansed your energy, whether you did an egg cleanse, whether you saged yourself after you showered, or even did a spiritual bath, whatever you do, afterwards, you need to seal it, you know? So seal the deal, protect yourself, because you don't know what other people are going through and what they're thinking. So with all that being said, if you're interested in a reading, I'll put my email below. Right now I'm doing everything with Venmo and Cash App, but hopefully I can have my business account soon and we could just go directly through that. And I'm hoping by the end of the year, I can have an Etsy page so y'all can contact and do readings through there. But I would like to know what type of spiritual things y'all are interested in talking about, because I am very open to them, and if you want to know my views on it, because remember, all this is my view. Everybody's interpretations and experiences in life have taught them differently, so we're going to view things a lot differently. So this is just my experience and interpretation. Someone else's might better suit you. You never know, you know? But giddy up, yeehaw, brewhaw. I love you guys. Hi. I love you guys, and we are very thankful for y'all. Goodbye, you guys.